Google. Let's go get him again.
Welcome back to the Robezoid channel. I'm your host, Mark, and today we are doing an unboxing on the brand of Parfum, Dusita, and this one called Oudh Infini. Now, this is a special unboxing. It's not a first impression, so we do have a samples. I sampled this in probably a year ago. It was in early 2023 that I sampled this from Lucky Scent, and it was a Lucky Scent batch that I got like right before discontinuation. So it was a sample that I got right before it was basically gone. So I'm really honored to have this fragrance. I didn't have to overpay. I bought this like almost immediately, so it was right then when it was readily available. So this one, if you did watch the sampling samples, I gave it a perfect 10 out of 10. Now, a 10 out of 10 out of sampling samples versus a fragrance review on my channel, it's like night and day. So the perfect 10 club on my channel as far as fragrance reviews go, that go through a rigorous testing, they're very far and few between. I don't give out 10s like cookies, but as far as sampling goes, I can be overly impressed, obviously after a few days of wearing, but the real test is within fragrance reviews. So this is my very first bottle of the brand. It's still the only fragrance that I've smelt from the brand. I'm looking forward to it because I was knocked off my feet. So it's been a year since I've been waiting to unbox this. This is probably one of the most anticipated unboxings for me. I have still probably 75 to 80 bottles to unbox from 2021, 2022 that I bought. I bought this right after that sample. So it was late 2022, like right before obviously they announced that it was discontinued. So I got this for, I think, even less than retail. So I actually got a good price for this. So let's see if this is still a 10 for me. Well, I'm just gonna smell the introduction. But if you wanna see a more in-depth review, or I don't call it a review, but go check out my sampling samples if you haven't. If you're just stumbling upon this video, I do have something that talks about longevity, projection, seasons, and the dry down. So I'm looking forward to this. Pissarra, a great nose that I want to delve more into it. If, you know, half her work is as good as this, I'm gonna have a whole line of this stuff. And this one was the more expensive one, I'm assuming because of what's inside of the fragrance, than the rest of her line. The rest of her lines actually, some of them are quite inexpensive, especially at discounters. You can find them for fairly cheap. So this is my first time unboxing this brand, so I don't know where I'm going. Is there a box within the box? Is there, how big is the bottle? Oh, it's a hard, oh, look at this. Sexy, look at this. Kinda by Killian-esque. Oh yeah, oh, that bottle's tiny. I forgot it was a 50 mil, it's not 100 mil. You gotta see what I see. It's beautiful. Okay, so this, from what I recall, Animalic, Oud, Rose Dominant, Civet's in here, right, for the Animalic. So very dark juice. Welcome to my collection, Oudh Infini, an Extrait, an Extrait de Parfum. Oh, the cap has a lot of weight to it. Let's put it on strip first. Let's sniff this one out. I'm excited, especially when I get a 10 out of 10 sampling samples in my collection. I'm always excited. Yeah. Give me a sec. Oh, it's beautiful on strip. That civet is strong. So let's wear it. I'm not gonna go like 6 sprays like I usually do. We'll go 3 sprays. I'll put one on the back of my hand here. I just sprayed my, oh yeah. That is gorgeous fragrance. So it's so animalic. Civet, musks, and oud hit you straight off. This is not for the faint of heart. You know what? There's some florals in here. There's some orange blossom and rose in here that really helps out that vintage smell to it. It really smells like something back in the 70s, early 80s. The rose is very dry here, so you're not going to have a beautiful rose petal. No, it's almost green. The civet just dominates this thing, and that's what I absolutely love. Animalic fragrances. Very complex scent, so I'm not going to go through everything I'm smelling now, but definitely has some darkness, some animalics. The blend is outstanding in this fragrance. The reason why people love this one, it's skanky, dirty. It really does remind me of an older scent. It wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't surprise me that an older scent would smell like this. This is where it's pulling from. And we don't have too many of these that, you know, come out. Like this was a 2015 or 15 release. We don't have too many fragrances that smell like this that are released in the 2000s. There's a beautiful rose note here. And now the animalics are blending through the fragrance, and you get that oud, and you do get a little bit of woods, obviously from the oud. You do get some resinous qualities as well. You're getting some sweet facets too. God, this is nice. Yeah, it just brings me at a different time. And like I said, you don't get too many of these that, you know, released in 2010s, 2020s that smell like this. It just smells like a complete fragrance, if you know what I mean. It doesn't smell like something that is out now. I think really only people that like to go back in time to smell fragrances would appreciate this. Now, you know, you could go on the other side of the coin and go, why would I do that? I can just buy like a $50 fragrance, old school, and I'd get, you know, the same type of idea. Perhaps. And this thing is very polarizing. You'll see fragrance reviews that people say, you know, best dude ever. And then you got the other guy writing right below him and going, this is, what is this? Overhyped as hell. Too expensive, to masterpiece, to not a masterpiece. It's these type of fragrances that I go, sometimes I peruse Fragrantica base notes, all these places. And if you see, you know, the fragrance community going at each other, you know, masterpiece, no, blah, 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 especially with fragrances that I feel are going to be, that have like animalics, like daring ones. I'm not talking about YSL Y or something like that, you know, a cheapie that, you know, the bros are loving and the real perfume heads are going head to head. No, that kind of fight can go in the playground. I'm talking about the stuff like this. Oh, this is gorgeous. It's beautiful. So happy to have this in my collection. It's even beautiful on the strip. Okay, launching. Whew, she gone. Yeah. So at the end of the day, very happy to have this in my collection. My very first Parfum Dusita release. I'm looking forward to, you know, off the strength of this. Man. I can't believe I haven't gotten, and I don't have any other samples of the brand. I definitely need to go back on Lucky Scent and maybe do some research on the brand, because I really haven't, which is strange of me. Usually when I'm blown away with a fragrance, especially an introductory fragrance to me, to a brand, and I'm blown away, I start looking at, okay, what's second, third, fourth in line to start looking at collecting. But now that I have this, it's time. So now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. Polarizing release. So remember, in the comments below, there might be a little bit of, I hate this fragrance, you know, super overrated, blah, blah, blah. You know, if you want real oud, go to blah, blah, blah. Who cares about that? Beautiful composition. But in the comments below, if you have nothing to say about this, but you have experience with this brand, please mention some for me to check out beyond this, because this is not readily available anymore, unfortunately. So I'd like to see what else is available from the brand that would be sample worthy for me, because I can tell through this release that the nose has tons of talent, and that is something that I look at when I look at high-end brands like this, niche brands. I look at, okay, they're in-house perfumier. You know, is this just something of, you know, the fragrance itself is good, it smells good, but the blending's a little rough or something? No, I can sense the talent just because I've smelled so much throughout my journey that I feel like there would be more of this brand that I'm going to appreciate just because of the talent of the nose behind it. So I can't wait to see the comments below. Polarizing as hell. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. Now I can start wearing it in these Canadian winters. The minus 40s are coming. Today's minus 20 Celsius, so we're getting it now. So it's coming, and I can't wait to wear this in the cool weather and start testing it out for a full-fledged review. And as always, a great report fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. I'm happy. Great unboxing. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.